Hey guys,
Hello, hello.
welcome to episode, what was it?
74.
74. We have a treat for you.
Yeah, this was a fun one, man.
Yeah. It was kind of short.
Well, their podcast is only like half hour long too.
Yeah,
So
we made
I was
it talk
just
a little longer.
admiring my sexy legs here. I don't know where in the episode I don't know where in the episode I ended up sitting like this, so you can just tell how nervous I was and fidgety.
Yeah.
So yeah, my skinny legs.
We had Theory of a Dead Man.
Yeah.
Well, Tyler and Dave from
Yeah, definitely. So how we got them was kind of funny. They have a podcast called the Bandmeeting podcast, right? Where they're doing the same thing that we're doing, just with higher caliber musicians, right?
Hey, now.
Well, they are, right? And
higher paid maybe, but higher
caliber. Okay, maybe caliber wasn't the right word, but anyways, they, I saw Tyler put a post on his Instagram saying, if you guys have any questions for us, like shoot us a video and we'll play your question on the air. And so I just rigged up a quick little question about Weapons, a band from Saskatoon that toured with them, and invited them onto the podcast, and they accepted. So
he told me about this plan, and I'm like, that's not gonna work. You have to send an email through management.
Yeah,
and
you have to go through proper channels, and I'm like,
whatever,
get out of here. Like, what's gonna happen? They'll say no. Like, who gives a crap? It's something fun, right? And they said yes.
Yeah, they did.
And I'll be honest, up until till we turned the call on, I was like, they're not gonna show. It's not happening. So that was it was fun, man. I'm definitely a fan of theirs. I've been listening to their music since day one. So I am a fan. For sure. And like, we just hung out with them and shot the shit a little bit and talking about tornadoes and tours, and they are planning to come to Canada. So if you guys watch the episode, you can tell us when they're planning to come here.
Yes.
So we can do that.
You should also check out funkymooserecords.ca, because we've added merch for so when this is going live, 3 bands. One is Weapons, one is Elephants and Stars, and one is Northern Royals.
Nice.
So check out their band merch. And then, of course, our own Funky Moose Records merch.
Yeah. Shit, we got 2 other things to promote here real quick before we jump into the episode, you guys. Moosefest, for sure.
Yep.
Tickets are still available at www.moosefestsk.ca.
Yep.
Come party with us and the bands. And also, the 4th thing that we want to promote is pre-sale tickets for Northern Royals vinyl. Is coming out on the 17th.
Yeah, that was 2 days ago.
From when this episode's out. Yeah. So their pre-sales out right now, you guys. So where can we give that a plug?
funkymooserecords.ca. It'll be on the homepage. Big banner.
Right. So what happened there, you guys, is in building a friendship with Northern Royals, we're working with them to help them release their EP on vinyl. So it's a Northern Royals EP, and we're going to be the ones distributing it for them.
Yep.
So pre-sale tickets are available right now.
Not pre-sale tickets. Pre-sale for the vinyl.
Sorry, I keep saying pre-sale tickets because of the Moosefest thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, pre-sale the record. It's a limited edition, so get them while it's hot, for sure. And with that, enjoy the show.
Hey, what's up? My name's Dave.
And I'm Tyler from Theory of a Dead Man. You're watching episode 74 of a podcast that we're on right now.
The Sit Down Podcast. The Sit Down Podcast, right?
Perfect.
We're sitting down.
Sitting down.
You guys are sitting down.
Then you can do a sticker, beep, and then we'll do another take.
We can.
Sure. You want
to? Do it. Do another.
Go.
Hey, my name is Dave.
And I'm Tyler from Theory of a Dead Man. You're watching episode 74, the Sit Down Podcast with Jenny and Marcy.
I'll be Jenny.
What? I swear, like
Thank
there's
you,
no,
guys.
there's so many names of people now that are like will never be named again. You know what I'm saying? Like no one will ever name their baby Karen ever again, right? That's not
Yeah,
happening.
that's over.
It's done. It's
Do you
gone.
think? Okay, well, I see what you're saying, but do you think that maybe there might be some cultures that are oblivious to who, like, Karen is in social media, right? And then,
I sure hope so.
oh, that poor child growing up will have to go through the repercussions of that.
I actually have a friend. Her name is Karen with an I, but
Karen, that's
Karen
cool
with an
though.
I.
Karen. They have to
Yeah.
say
That's what you
that,
do
though. They
if your
say
name's
Karen
Karen.
with an I.
At this point, if your name's Karen, that's what you do. You're like, no, that's you've been saying it wrong. It's not Karen, it's Karen.
Karen.
Yeah. I still want
Yeah.
to talk to the manager, but I'm not that person.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
Karen. Yeah, it's Karen. Hi, I'm
Yeah.
Karen. I'm Karen. Oh,
It's
Karen?
Karen, and where's the fucking manager?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh man. So you guys are touring right now, right?
No,
I
Not
thought
yet.
you
Close.
are starting in August, though, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
very close. Yeah.
How
What's
do you guys
awesome?
feel about that? It's been so freaking long.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah.
God, can get the hell out of here. It's you wouldn't believe how many people like don't look forward to touring or despise it, or they look at it as a means to an end, you know, to make money or because they have to promote something. It's almost like actors with where they have to do press junkets. They can't freaking wait till it's over.
Right.
I think our band is the opposite. I cannot wait to get on tour. I that's my home, to be honest. Like I get on tour and I'm just like I sleep. I sleep so good on a tour bus
Oh yeah.
and in hotels. I just like love it. So I can't
Wake
wait.
up happy, smiling.
Yeah.
Do you guys do you go party after the shows, or are you kind of like the people you'll just go back to your hotel room after and lay low?
Yeah, we usually bus tour, so you know we the bus usually rolls. You know, we might come off stage at I don't know 10:30, 11:30, who knows, somewhere around those lines, and then you know the crew guys will be loading up, and each of us does our own thing. I'm pretty social. I like to hang out with the other bands that you know that we played a show with, perhaps, or if I have some friends around, go spend some time having a few drinks. But you know, I wouldn't say that I wouldn't say a party. You know, it doesn't.
Right.
Can't keep it tame. I keep it pretty tame.
The
Were you
days are
always
kind of
tame?
over too. No. There's some amazing. I'm sure there's a unlimited amount of stories,
Mm-hmm.
but some can't be told due to legality, and times have changed a lot too. Like there's the things
We
that
got
we've
Karen out
witnessed.
there.
Well, not even that, just the things that I mean, even look at bands like Motley Crue in the 80s and how things were just like whatever happens. It's like that shit just can't even happen anymore, just with
Oh, for sure.
just, you know, it's just ridiculous that shit even happened. But
Also, we play like you know four or five nights a week. Some 3 to 5 nights a week, I guess. But you can't really just party every night. It wears you out, and
Yeah.
you still want to be delivering a good product to the fans when they come and
Right.
see you play. So you just can't be beating yourself up on a 6-week tour by going out and getting shit hammed every night after
Yeah.
shows.
shit hammed. I love that.
Because it's going to destroy you. You know, like your longevity for that tour is just, it's not going to happen. And you start to sound, you know, you don't sound as good. It happens.
Yeah, no,
There's-
that makes perfect sense.
we have a thing called Roadie Friday. So if there's a day off the next day, usually the we don't call them roadies, but our techs, our crew guys, they usually, if they have a day off, they usually go pretty good. They'll have a bunch of drinks, and sometimes I'll be laying in bed. And it doesn't happen as much anymore, but it used to be like I wake up 5 a.m. and
Mhm.
they'd have the stereo on,
Crank,
farting out, so
Pantera.
crank, Pantera, just they're like fighting, wrestling and fist fighting, and I don't even get up. I just roll over. I'm like, God.
I love it.
Right on.
I'm usually first in bed. Me.
Really?
Well,
Yep.
you're pretty responsible. I will say that about you. You know, I think that I think it's tough for singers, man. If you want to try to sing until 10:30 and then go try to be social, talking over top of noise.
Mhm.
You know, it's just like it's not good, and we've seen the effects. I mean, I think that singers can, you know, in 1 week you can just be like, hey,
Yeah.
just five more weeks, it's gonna be a good
Right.
run.
I don't know
Yeah.
how
Oh.
Dave Grohl handles that, because his songs are pretty. And
Yeah.
their sets are like what, 2.5, 3 hours long,
Right,
and he's on the top of his lungs.
singing Monkey Wrench.
And a social butterfly.
Yeah, and then he probably talks to a bunch of people afterwards, and then the
Yeah.
next day he
Well,
does it again.
I would say I highly doubt he does. He probably you assume he does, but he probably after show is probably destroyed and he probably
Yeah,
Goes back to his
goes
bus.
to bed. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We had the assumption that then he probably after the show he's gonna party at 4 a.m. It's like probably not. Like, yeah, if there's friends out, that there's an expectation that friends like, we're gonna hang out or what? I'm like, yeah, let's go hang out. But it's usually in a controlled environment. Like it's not at a strip club or something where it's just something bad can happen. It's like tour bus, backstage usually.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah,
I'm a
it's tough.
homebody on tour now. I don't like to go anywhere
Yeah.
that's not walking distance.
That's
Anytime
right.
they're like, "Hey man, you ready? We're heading out. Well, where are you going?" That's just down the street. I'm out.
Yeah.
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 You'll
Down the
like go
street,
to
I'm out.
the lobby
Yeah.
bar kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't say
Oh, yeah,
you didn't
yeah.
say across the parking lot. Yeah. Lobby bar, love it. I'll do
Yeah.
that.
Used to be the days like things have changed so much with record labels. Like we grew up, we were in a band back in the day when like every night there was a record label rep at our show, like every single day. So they'd be
Yeah.
every single show for meet and greets, for interviews. They'd be sitting
Take
on
us
the
out to
bus
dinner.
waiting for us, take us out for dinner with the program director of the radio station. Sometimes it'd be like a steak dinner, you know, sushi, every freaking night. And and then after the show, he'd have a car and be like, "Where you want to go?" And we're like, "Strip club or
Right.
bar." Where he would drive us wherever, or she, you know, would drive us wherever we want to go, and they just have to deal with whatever the hell. And then bus calls 2 a.m. Yeah, but there's some good stories too. You
Yeah.
know, there's some good stories there. But now
Oh,
it's just like
yeah.
record labels
Well,
don't do it anymore. You want to hear them? Yeah. Well, no. I wish.
It is different for sure than it was like 10, 20 years ago. Like, do you think well, I know that you see the repercussions of like social media making that difference, like with TikTok and Instagram, and being able to produce and self-promote a lot more on your own now than you could 10, 15 years ago. Am I right?
Yeah, I think it's more like labels went through a huge time where they weren't making anywhere near as much money when everything would switch to iTunes. So you'd sell 1 million albums, the label would make, you know, $5-6 million, and then it went to iTunes and they're making 99 cents per song, and people figured out, I don't have to buy the album, I just have to download the one single.
Yeah.
99 cents instead of $12. So labels were freaking out, and then all of a sudden we started seeing less and less of all these reps, you know, because they wouldn't be flying out, staying in hotels, renting, you know, that kind of went away. But now it's all streaming. So I think streaming has kind of brought back, labels are making a shit ton of money again. And now
we're
just
getting
not
brought out
spending the
for
money.
dinner. We're getting brought out for
Huh?
dinner, but it's more like BK. It's Burger King.
Yeah. It's
but
Subway with the fake tuna. You guys
they're
hear
like,
about
hey
that?
guys,
Fake
No.
tuna?
I didn't
Didn't
actually.
hear that story?
Nope.
let's
No.
hear it.
I don't know. Then that's the new rumor now. It's like, I guess they tested the tuna at Subway and there's no tuna DNA in it. So people, and I guess Subway won't say what it is. I guess like, well, it's not tuna. What is it? I don't know.
It's
But I don't know.
chicken.
People are outraged. They're like, what? It's like, guys, Subway gives a shit. I mean, come on. Well, it's so healthy.
So they're
Yeah.
looking to cancel Subway now.
Subway's canceled due to the tuna.
Yeah, or the lack thereof. Yeah.
The lack of tuna. Get the hell out of here. Yeah.
That's too
That's
good. So how long have you been in Los Angeles, Tyler?
I came down here probably 2006. I think kind of back and forth. I think I stayed here for good around 2008. So what is that? 13 years?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty long time.
For 13 years.
So yeah, so I end up becoming a citizen. So you get actually when you become a citizen down here, you get a bald eagle, which is really cool.
Yeah, pet bald eagle, amazing.
Yeah, and then you get an AR-15.
Sweet.
No, you don't.
It's strapped to
I'm
the
just
bald
gonna say, are
eagle.
you fucking
It's
with me or-
strapped to the bald eagle. Yeah, get a free tank.
See, and we're
Yeah.
Canadian, right? So we totally would have fell for that if you would have just.
That'd be amazing.
That would be amazing.
Citizenship comes with a bald eagle.
I'd be talking
That'd be
about it
great.
for the next
Like
3
holding it.
episodes.
Yeah. Joel would go around town here. Tyler has a bald eagle and an AR-15. He got that for
They're
free.
like,
when he
One
immigrated.
more thing, Tyler Connolly. Please set free the eagle.
Yeah,
Yeah. Right?
yeah. And I'm
Now
like,
you
Oh.
are-
goodbye, Chewbacca. It's like, what did you name it? It's like, yeah. That's what I would name my bald eagle, by the way.
That's good.
Chewbacca? Why?
Yeah, that's a good name.
For a bald eagle, though?
Sure. Or Karen, if it was a girl.
Karen.
Oh, I think I like Karen
She's
better.
yeah, bald eagles scream
Yeah.
like Karen.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Are you guys a couple of movie buffs too? I watched a few of your podcasts there, and I keep getting subtle hints on movie references every now and again. Or am I
Ty's
way
more of a
off base?
movie buff than me. I'm pretty limited. I think Ty's more of the movie buff.
Depends, I guess. Dave has like a certain style. Like I think Dave seen Chud more than I have. Or what's you guys ever heard of Chud?
I
Oh,
Cannibalistic
come on.
humanoid underground dwellers.
dwellers, yeah.
You don't want to mess around with Chud.
Which actually,
have-
what did it really stand for? Chemical hazardous.
Hazardous
Yeah,
something. Yeah.
disposal or something. It's a classic B movie from the 80s with like it's just stupid, but yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I like some
But
movies.
yeah.
I like some movies.
Yeah,
What do you
I've
got?
seen a ton. What do you got?
Get some lines.
no, just like I caught the Step Brothers reference pretty much a couple of times.
We do love.
That's
So we
great.
watched that one a lot on tour. That was a tour favorite.
Right, Step Brothers.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so
I'm-
okay, well, what would you say is your top comedy movies? Because Tyler, I can tell you've got a pretty good sense of humor. Like you're always cracking jokes, even though some of them go over some people's heads sometimes. But I catch
That's
some
the
of
whole point. Yeah, that's just too. That's my intelligent quotient is just too high for. It seems that my
you're too quick, man.
yeah.
Fooling
It's not the
people with
nomenclature that they're used to. It's Step Brothers is probably brilliant, and the reason it's
The
so
big
good.
Big
is-
Lebowski. I got my Big Lebowski painting up over here. Gonna mount it pretty
oh,
soon.
yeah.
Dude.
Where'd you
got
get
the
that?
dudes.
Didn't you get that? Where'd you get that
I
from?
bought it off the wall of a bar when I was drunk.
That's
sometime. I'm like,
right.
"Ah, man,
Yeah.
I wonder how much that painting is.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna buy it. You know what? If it's under $200, I'm gonna buy it. Hey, man, how much is that painting? $450. I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly.
That was 100% the conversation.
Do you remember which bar it was at?
It was in Knoxville. It was a place. No, I don't remember the name of it. It was like a hamburger bar, like really great hamburgers. Right down in.
McDonald's.
That was it. That was it.
No, the hotel.
Yeah, I forget.
You
No,
you
it
would
was
do something like that.
some kind of cool bar.
I
Yeah.
have done something like that.
Oh?
I don't remember what the hell I bought, but I vaguely remember buying something, leaving the bar, and I was like, I fucking want that. How much? And it was like same idea, like
Yeah.
a couple $100, and I took it home with me, and I don't remember what it was. I was pretty hammered.
And then you woke
So
up the next
fun.
morning. You what the fuck's this?
Yeah, I had it.
I
for
was
like a
robbed.
year. Yeah,
All my money. All my money got taken out of my wallet,
Yeah,
it's
and I
kind
got a
of
bruise on my
and I have this-
cheek.
And
I had a
this
s-
painting.
I have the same kind of story. I was in London with our manager shopping because me and our manager we get a little out of hand sometimes. Like, let's go shopping. We go to some ridiculous stores. So we were in London walking around, and we walked into some clothing store, and there was this little tiny 8x10 on the wall of Led Zeppelin, and it was autographed by Led Zeppelin. And I had the guy working there. I'm like, holy crap, is that autographed Led Zeppelin 8x10? He's like, I don't know. And I'm like, I'll buy that right now. How much? And he's like, I just work here. I think it comes with the building. I don't know. And I'm like, and I literally, I opened my wallet and I had $1,000 American. I'm like, I'll give you $1,000 right now. The guy's like, I have to ask my manager. And the manager comes out and goes, hello, may I help you, please? And I'm like, yeah, I want to buy that right now for $1,000. He's like, it's not for sale. And I'm like, you don't want $1,000? He's like, okay. So I think he just pocketed the money and it was screwed to the wall and they took it off and gave it to me.
And you still have it?
Oh yeah, it's on my wall in my house.
Is it a genuine signature or is it like
Yeah.
a stamp?
Yeah. No, it's genuine.
Blue Sharpie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the eBay one. Yeah. Now it's cool because Jimmy Page, his autograph is actually backwards. Next time you look up a Jimmy, I don't know why he did that, but maybe that was to fool the fake ones. I don't know.
Maybe.
But I thought it was all 4 because I really wanted the John Bonham. And then after I got it, I looked at it, I'm like, there's no fucking John Bonham on here. There's only the 3 of them. So I don't know if they signed it after he died or.
You went back and you're like, "God, you owe me $250.
They're like, John. They're like, John, sign this. John, hey, won't wake up, mate. John.
Oh, great. And I think I'm guessing that you're done moving because that looks like a different background from last week's episode.
Yeah, I moved. I'm not really set up yet, but we'll get there. I'll get there. But I moved. I'm in Montgomery, Alabama. So
Where were you before?
I was in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So I'm down in the south.
No, you're more south, right?
I'm more south now, yeah.
Now
The
you're
weather
almost in
here is
Florida.
crazy. It
Like
feels
what?
like Florida, the weather. You just get every day is like a storm of some kind. Windy, rainy storm, lightning. Just
That shit's cool though.
feels tropical. Feels like tropical
Well,
storms all the time.
To a certain degree.
You think so?
There's
I hate
tornadoes.
weather.
Yeah. Are you in the alley there, Dave? Is that Tornado Alley or where's that?
Yeah, I'm in the alley.
You're in the alley and you're in the belt?
I'm in the Bible Belt and Tornado Alley.
Man.
No
Man, right in.
coincidence.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a tornado? You must have.
We actually, honestly, we last year got hit by one in Chattanooga, like so oddly placed, and I don't think it was an expected thing. But I tell people that if the tornado was like, picture it as a dartboard, that I wasn't the bullseye, I was that second ring, and our house got, we had like $10,000 of damages to our house, our bunch of roof shingles, and I had huge branches, like just like full 6-inch diameter branches that were 15 feet long, probably 8 or 10 of them that smashed against my house. But I didn't have any broken windows or anything. But 1 block away from me, there was literally demolished houses, like to the ground. Just the thing literally ran parallel to my street. And I kind of got the side of it where it all came towards my house. It lifted my play set up and moved it like 10 feet away in my backyard. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. And I mean, I think there was 2 or 3 people that died, like a 4-year-old kid or something. It was pretty traumatic. God. It was insane. I mean, I remember looking out in my back like patio, and there's a tree on top of a house behind, right, like 4 houses down. There was 1 tree that could have hit my house, but it fell the other way. So it was crazy. It was pretty wild.
Were you home as that was happening?
Yeah, my wife like kicked me awake, and she was like, "Tornado!" And I was like, "Huh? Let me get my pants on." Full on, like out of it. She's like, "Great, no tornado! Grab the kids!" And then we just grabbed the kids and ran in the bathroom, and it was too hot in there for me though. It was just all stuffy, and I'm like, "I'm getting out of here." I think the tornado's over. Like the worst had already passed, right? It just kind of comes and goes.
Right.
And, like we got hit by it, and like we all went and sheltered, and then I mean it was pitch black too. It was so eerie because I could look out and I could tell the skyline was different because just like every tree was just cut in half. But it was Mother Nature's power. You really realize that it is a force to be reckoned with. But man, it demolished like an auto shop. It like you could see. I saw some drone footage, and you could see like the line in the road where where the very middle piece like crossed. It's crazy.
Wow.
No doubt. So is it anything like the movie Twister? Remember that show?
Yeah, somebody threw a bunch of balls in there, and one of them hit me in the face, and I was like, "Motherfucker!"
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't know. To tell you the truth, I slept through it. Like my wife woke up because it was so loud, but I tell her all the time, like for me, my heavy sleep happens like when I fall asleep until, for about 4 hours, and it hit right at midnight, and I probably fell asleep probably at 10 p.m. And so I was like in my
That's your
passed
deep
out.
sleep, dude.
My
The
deep
first
sleep.
4 hours or whatever, that's your deep sleep, and then
I
you go
didn't
into
hear a
REM.
thing. Yeah, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear a thing. And so she woke up and heard it, and then she woke me up, and it took me a lot, I think, to wake me up.
Were you stoned or what happened?
Probably not. Probably wished I was.
Once.
Yeah.
So why move to Alabama?
Well, that's again, like, for us, it doesn't matter where we live. As a musician, as long as there's an airport, I'm
Right.
fine. But she's a doctor. She just finished her residency in Chattanooga, and now she, interviewed a bunch of places, and we came to Montgomery, and they rolled out the red carpet. I mean, the mayor sent us a couple letters thanking us for considering Montgomery, and
Really?
they really need female OBGYNs here, and so they kind of rolled out the red carpet, and we moved out here. Now we're in Alabama. I bought 45 acres of land with a pond on it, and I just go out there and breathe.
Nice.
Is that where you didn't you go camping there with your family and then you ditched them to go shower in a hotel or something the next morning?
Shh, whoa, they don't know all that. Yeah, we did go camp. There's nothing on the land. It's just I did see a bunch of deer on there. I went there yesterday, and we were just like driving up and down the land, just because it's fun, and saw a family of 4 deer.
Huh.
I'm not ready to be a hunter, but maybe.
My wife is also, well, my wife and I guess, are looking at acreages too, and you come across places that have 40 to 60 acres, and it's like, it would be cool to,
Man, I grew up with we had 10 or 15, somewhere in that vicinity, and I think it's too much work, man. Where I want the least amount of work as possible. Like, I'm not saying I want to be in the city or anything. Like, we're a small town, right? So there's like 120 people in the town here, but it is a town. It's not like an acreage at all. But
Right.
Just the amount of grass that I've got to cut, which isn't much, and I'm just like dreading going out there
Really?
to mow the grass. Oh man, I've cut so much freaking grass in my day. Like, I don't want to do it anymore.
I got
mind zero interest in it.
You're doing it wrong then.
Yeah. Maybe.
What I've realized is it's like
one of those
my
zero
best
turn
times. I remember I used to mow the lawn, and then I'd be done, and I'd be like, maybe I should try like a cross to cross pattern here, and I just
Like a golf course.
And just mow a little bit more, just because I didn't want it to be over.
Oh man.
Yeah, exactly. For me, the same way.
Thank you.
I'm like,
thank you.
I'm done cutting grass.
Did you have tunes on? Were you listening to
I
music?
definitely did. I was listening to some Theory of a Deadman for sure.
Oh,
Rocking that
that'll
shit.
do it. No wonder you hate it.
Yeah, no shit.
Maybe that's what did it.
I was talking to our bass player Dean the other day, because me and him always do this joke with Home Depot because he's such a dad. He's always at Home Depot fixing shit. So I always send him like memes with the Home Depot music. And I told him, I go, we should do a corporate show for Home Depot, and we'll come out and we'll do the Home Depot theme song. Like, the theme song, the one I'm talking about?
I don't.
No, I don't.
No,
there's Home Depot has a song. You got to go look it up. It's like pipes banging and stuff. It's so stupid.
Really?
Yeah.
Could we play it right now, or would we get flagged?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's not like we're
want,
freaking
dude.
monetized anyways, right? Hang on. Home Depot
theme song.
Yeah, so it's got like it's a meme of a cat headbanging to it.
Oh yeah, I know that cat.
Yeah,
you can get the Home Depot song for 1 hour straight.
There you go.
There you go. That's episode
like,
75 right there.
It's like a meditation.
The Home Depot song with the guys from Theory. Is this it? This one?
That's it. The pipe banging.
You can do that.
You should do that. Oh, that would rock, man.
Yeah, he already knows it.
Oh, here we go.
Do it.
So it's in A minor.
Just to figure it out right now. We're definitely getting flagged now.
That's all
Yeah,
right.
it's pretty good. So
That would be funny
We
to-
already have it down, Dave. So we'll have to work on it rehearsals.
Now all we need is the corporate gig.
Yeah,
There you go.
let's pay
Oh,
well.
just
Come on,
tag
Home
him in
Depot.
Instagram. Send him a clip of the band meeting podcast, and then just edit in the sticker every now and be like, "Hey guys, we want to do a corporate gig," and then
Beep.
beep.
Yeah.
We'll
do
just
you
do
guys think of-
Rona, but we'll still
That
do the Home
sounds-
Depot theme when we play.
That sounds way too desperate for
Oh,
us.
that would be
I mean,
deadly.
Yeah,
Or
that
just
sounds
walk in
too
at Home
desperate.
Hardware with that song.
Home Hardware.
I
Is
love
that
it.
still around?
It is.
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
it?
That-
Yeah, I like Home
That
Hardware.
was my neighborhood
that's right.
hardware store growing up in North Delta.
That's
The old
right.
Home Hardware right next to the Delta Line pub.
And that move and that rental what was it?
Phase one video.
Phase one video. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the jam right there.
Phase 1 video. That's before my time.
Oh yeah, dude, that was just a local rental.
yeah, I
place
don't think it was-
by our houses.
It never reached chain status. Unfortunately, just new releases came into the neighborhood and washed them out.
Did you watch that that documentary on the last Blockbuster video?
Nah, I didn't.
It's pretty good. It's in Oregon or something, I think, and there's people like travel the world and to go
to
see.
go to the last Blockbuster.
There's one Blockbuster left in the whole
Isn't that
world.
A little bit sad. Like it
It's
wasn't
super
that
sad.
long
It's a
ago.
sad documentary because it talks about how that's how I used to like always rent movies, man. Friday night, new releases.
Right, and Netflix. Netflix like bought them out or something, right?
Yeah,
That's
something
how
to do
that
with Netflix bought them or something. It's in the documentary, but yeah, something happened, and there's one left.
I
And they're
remember
gonna yeah.
Just for some nostalgia.
Yeah,
there was a Blockbuster on one street in Prince Albert, and like a kind of kitty corner to it, there was a Rogers Video, and they were kind of like the rivals against each other.
I love,
when I would have
love
late
local
fees,
rivals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd have late fees at one of them, so I would go to the other one and rent there, and when kind of just jump back and
Yep.
forth depending on how much money I owed at which video store.
it's like 7-Eleven
you-
and Max.
Or you go
Yeah.
to one and they don't have they only have 6 copies of the new
Ace
movie
Ventura.
that you want. Yeah, the new
Yeah.
the brand new Ace Ventura. So you got to go across the street to the other one.
Yeah,
They're like guaranteed to have it, or next time it's half price.
that's right. Guaranteed to have it, and then they don't have it. You're like, I thought it's guaranteed. It's guaranteed we have it. If we don't have it, you get 10%
Half price off another one, or 10%.
If you don't have it, you guarantee to have it.
Man,
Did your video stores have a curtain to
to the special
the
room.
Porn? Yeah, yeah.
There was a curtain, or else there was like I think at Rogers Video it was just an actual door.
Oh, okay.
It's where they made the real money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was a hole in the wall there. No, just kidding.
Yeah, those
God.
those video stores were all up front. What's
Yeah,
what's fucked up
exactly.
really, what still blows my mind is that there's still so many like adult superstores in the States, like full on drive down the highway and there's like those adult toys and movies superstores.
Right, like where
who-
where you get sex toys and stuff.
yeah, like there's still a need for physical stores
The brick
the
and
day-
mortar,
in like
Yeah.
the days of like
Amazon.
shipping everything.
You get some shipped to you from private, right? Why would you go into brick and mortar?
Well, we
Yeah.
we have adult stores in Saskatoon and Prince Albert.
Yep. What's what? I forget what the one. I was looking at it today. No shit. It
On
was like
Second, is it
it's like by Pizza 73.
for lovers only?
Pizza
Yes.
73
For
So
lovers
Canadian.
only.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
advertise on the radio too. It's so
Is that a
awkward.
chain?
I think so. Well,
I might have stock in that.
On which one? Pizza 73 or for lovers?
Both.
Both.
Both. Pizza 73. Yeah, that's the big one up there in like in Canada though. But unless you get to
Oh,
like
it's so
Ontario,
good.
What's the one on
pizza
Ter-
22222?
Yeah, or Pizza
Or
Pizza.
pizza.
it's terrible.
Mhm.
Oh, it's the best pizza in Toronto, and it's like garbage.
Mhm.
It's
What's
Domino's.
what are the big pizza joints in LA? I've never been to Los Angeles, but
It's Domino's or Pizza Hut. It's the same crap.
Fucking
Really?
Domino's.
Dave-
Don't do it. You don't do the Domino's. Just don't
Do
do
it.
it.
Dave's got more fights with people like on the phone. And didn't you
I love
almost fight some delivery driver named Elvis?
Yeah, Elvis.
Domino's. He
He
refused
wouldn't-
to come
he-
in the building or something.
He wouldn't. Yeah, Elvis wouldn't come in the building. That's the name
What
of
happened?
that pizza store. Yeah, I just ordered Domino's, which was my first mistake. And then the guy called me, like, he's like, "Hey, I'm about 2 minutes away. Can you meet me down in the lobby? Meet me at the front door." And I'm like, "No, I'll buzz you in, and you can bring it up to my apartment, like all the other Domino's guys do."
Right.
Yeah, no, we don't really do that. All these buildings downtown, they're all, they're all the layouts are confusing. He says something like that, and I'm like, "Well, my building's a square. So when you get off the elevator, you can go left or right, and you'll get to my apartment. So
Right.
just don't worry about it." And he just wouldn't accept it because he just wanted to just drop it and run, right? So finally, I was like, "All right, I'm just gonna do it. I'm coming down. We'll pick up the pizza." Right. The whole time, I'm like walking down there in my slippers, and I'm like, "I'm not fucking tipping this guy. That's for damn sure." So I get down there and I get the pizza, and I just full on like sign it, 0, big old exclamation point.
Yeah.
There you go. I'll take the pizzas. And he sends me a nasty text message. "Thanks a lot for that," or something like that. Thanks for nothing. Some kind of message like, and I'm like, "What is this, the fucking pizza guy?" And this is before I've even opened the pizza. And then I put it down, open it up. It's all stuck to the top.
The top of the box.
Just fully ruined. And so I took a picture. I'm like, "Well, how much do you think you deserve for making me walk to the front lobby to pick up this pizza? What do you think you deserve for that?"
Hey, what do you say?
And he didn't respond. And then I called
Yeah.
Domino's and I said, "Elvis just freaking hate mailed
Left
me
the
on
building.
my text message
Oh my god.
after he made me come pick up my nasty pizza." And they're like, "We're sending you more pizza." I'm like, "Well, don't send it with Elvis."
Dave's the only guy I know that like will get into these kind of fights full on.
I relish them.
people. Yeah, and I'm like, what? I just would be like, "I don't care, fine." Dave's like, "No, call customer service." Oh, that's amazing.
Would you
I'm a
have-
Karen.
Tyler?
Basically, I'm a Karen.
Tyler,
What's
would
that?
you
Would I what?
tip him for that?
Yeah, of course. I'm one of those jackasses that like, like, "This is the worst meal I've ever had. This sucks. I'm never eating." "Oh, what's that? Oh, it's great. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Thank
Everything's
you. I love
great.
it. I love it. Here's 30% tip." That's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
I just like
understand.
can't be bothered. I'm like, "Yeah, like,
I still don't understand tipping. I'm from Europe and we don't tip there. And
Yeah.
ever
We know
since
that.
I
we
got
go
here,
there. We go there and we're so guilt tripped over not tipping there. We just tip anyway. And they're like, "What are you doing? We don't want it." And we're like,
Yeah.
"No, we have to do it because we don't know any other way now."
They also have a little bit higher
Brainwashed.
tax. And what's the VAT? I know in some places the VAT in Europe is like 20%.
yeah, it's 21 in Holland.
And there you
But-
go.
Oh,
See,
man.
it's like a lot higher. So they're like, "Man, there's your tip right there, Elvis."
But I mean, the waiters and the waiting staff is also being paid more.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I don't
Okay,
know.
but
Yeah.
so is this a douchebag thing to say? Is like, if they, like, I don't always tip. It depends who I'm with and who I need to make a good impression on, right? But I'm kind of one of those assholes who doesn't tip because I don't, like, I work for my money, right? And I get that, like, the waiter or waitress is working for theirs, but they're getting paid a wage. And if they don't like the wage that they're getting paid, then why are they doing that job?
because
Is that a
maybe
douchebag thing of me
because
to
maybe
think
they
that way?
can't do anything else.
Well, there's
I don't
always,
know.
there's always something else. Always something else, man. I don't buy that.
Could
For
be
one
at
thing.
You could be in a rock band. I don't work hard for my money, so that's probably why I do tip, regardless. Because I'm like, I could be waiting tables. I used to work at a restaurant. Me and Dean, the bass player, used to work at the same restaurant. So maybe that's what it is for us. We're like, we tip because does Dean
Because
tip
you know,
because I used to be there. So I'm like, yeah, you know what?
I'm a good tipper
Yeah.
because I find in the end, usually my OCD likes a nice round number. So it's like, I just like to round it up to some kind of a nice round number. It just makes me feel good. I don't know. I think in the end for me, it ends up being a few dollars each time. And seems like if you do a nice tip often, it makes people feel really good. And
well, on that,
I like doing that.
that makes sense. I get that. And on that note, like, I'm not a complete douchebag, right? Like,
Right.
I have been in like a Tim Hortons drive-through and like paid for the car behind me. I'll be like, "Oh, just like put that on my bill." Like, not that they're police or anything, just anybody, right? It's like, here, whatever they're getting, I'll pay for it right now just to make their day.
Hey,
I have,
that,
like-
that that Jeep with the 5 bikini girls. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I got
I'm
their
not a
tab.
douchebag, so I'm
Okay.
gonna.
I'm not.
I'm
yeah,
gonna get this one.
Yeah,
and
it's
they're
on
not
me
police, but I'll take them.
with the funky moose decal on the back. There. I'll get this one.
So
Love it.
what I don't understand is the percentage. If I want to tip, I want to give them like $5 or whatever, because
Rather than right.
the person that gives me a coffee for $2 or the person that gives me a pizza for 20, they do the same amount of work. Why would the pizza
Right.
guy get more than the coffee guy?
Well, the new
He's-
thing now
Because
is
he's peddling a higher value item. See, it's more
Peddling.
pressure.
Well, the new thing now I noticed down here, especially in LA, the new thing now is is these self-serve places. So you go into a restaurant, it's like a Starbucks style. It's a restaurant, but it's like a cafe. They have coffee and they have sandwiches, but it's kind of self-serve. So you go up to the counter like a Starbucks, and they're like, "Oh, I'll take a bagel and a latte." They're like, "Oh, great!" It comes to something, and they've got like the iPad, and then there's a gratuity on there. I'm like, "Well, it's gratuity for what? It's not. There's no waiter. You're not. What are you tipping on? It's
Right.
like it's like going to a McDonald's window, and there's gratuity on the McDonald's. You're like, and of course, so there's the guilt factor. So they watch you before they make your latte. They watch you put no tip. So
Yeah.
it's a guilt thing. So I'm like,
And they're like, okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so you're like at 20%.
Latte,
So you're
extra
like, what am I
foam.
tipping for?
Latte extra foamy.
foam. Yeah, make this one in the back. Yeah. Yeah.
Extra frothy.
You ever watch the movie Waiting?
Yes, Ryan
course.
Reynolds.
Yeah.
With the Batwing. Isn't the Batwing on there?
Oh,
Yep.
it's the goat. It's a bat. Yeah. The bat. The bat. Yeah. You know what he says? What does he say? What does he say in that movie? He says, "Don't fuck with people that make your food." And I'm like, I
Yep.
agree.
Right. That makes sense. And then it's like the 3-second rule, but then it's the 5-second rule.
You got to go
10-second
to
rule.
the 5-second rule. Oh, good, man.
Hurry, pick it up.
Shit.
That's great.
Yeah, that was a good show.
I gotta watch that.
Well, boys, my cocktail's gone, so we're almost out of time.
Uh-oh.
There we go. So I do want to touch on like when I know you guys just did the Canadian tour, like with Weapons. You had Weapons on tour with you.
Yeah.
That was
Before
our
all
last
this,
tour.
right?
Yeah, that was it.
Before all this crap happened. When do you think we can expect you guys back in Canada?
Well, we're talking about it right now. We actually did a couple calls recently, and we're trying to put together a really great package. We want to come to Canada in a way that we've never done, with just like a huge package that can fill some monster rooms and just also, for the people, they can just see a bunch of great bands together.
Hell
So
yeah.
we're really working on putting together an awesome package and making sure we come back to Canada and do it right in 2022.
Excellent.
Cool.
Can you try to make sure you come to Saskatchewan too,
Saskatoon,
in that
please.
tour,
Saskatoon.
Yeah, definitely.
if possible?
Definitely we
I
can
saw
try.
you guys in Saskatoon. I don't remember what year it was, and I'm pretty sure it was at like the Saskatoon X
Hey,
back
we're,
in the day.
we're gonna take
Oh,
the
yeah.
credit. If they come to Saskatoon.
Yeah,
because
can
of
we
us.
say it's because of us?
Yeah.
100%.
Do whatever the hell you
And,
want.
and weapons.
Yeah, the X, that's the outdoor little thing, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. With
Played
all
there
the
a couple
like,
times.
fun rides and stuff like that. I saw you guys play there, man. And me and my couple of my buddies, it's so weird, but we were shocked at how young you looked. We were like, isn't this guy like fucking older than us? And he looks younger than us. And that was kind of like our conversational thing, but we had a blast, man. It was so good. That might've been the night I was in the slingshot that I was talking about the last time.
You were very hammered then.
I was so fucking drunk
Yeah.
that night, man. It was
I
so much
think-
fun.
There's 2 shows we did there, and it is still to this day, Dave, that is the argument you and Dean have about when he threw up, because there was
It's not an argument. No.
There's a classic thing. There's a meat plug, it's called. So that was Saskatoon, right, Dave? We went to that bar.
We went to that
After
bar
the
with Kyle
show.
Calder.
Kyle Calder. Who did he play for?
He played for the Chicago Blackhawks.
So him and his wife, and we went out to some bar, and I think you and Dean got hammered. And after
Destroyed, hammered. Yeah, it was a rough
Yeah.
next
And we fly
morning.
home the next day or something.
Oh yeah, I threw up all
yeah.
over that airport.
So,
I
anyways,
literally- no joke, I went down at one point. I was feeling really rough, and this is
didn't you
how
have chocolate milk or something?
Yeah, this
Didn't
is how stupid hungover, like destroyed I was. I go down there and I literally went to the lady. I'm like, I need something. I'm so hungover, and she goes, chocolate milk, and I'm like, yeah, okay.
So bad.
Seriously, what the hell?
I still remember you laying on the ground underneath the chairs at the airport. But that's where, like, afterwards we went to 7-Eleven at like whatever time in the morning, 3 a.m, and Dean got chili nachos with chili or something.
Yeah,
The pump
yeah,
chili.
the pump chili.
And I
Right.
guess Dean was throwing up like you wouldn't believe on the plane and everything.
On the plane, yeah.
And he said it was, he remembers doing the chili, and you know when the chili hardens, there's that ring of chunk, like, you know, that gets on like
So
the
nobody had
mustard.
pumped the chili in a few hours, probably, right? We're talking like
so dry.
probably a 4 to 5 hour drought of chili pump. So
So
that
he said there
little-
was a meat plug,
it
came out. and he ate it, and he said he wasn't
like a
hungover.
cork.
He was
It's like a
sick.
meat cork.
So still to this day, I think you guys argue about when that was, because we played there. That I remember playing that festival or whatever twice, and it was like we 2 or 3 years apart. And Dean like, nope, it was 2008 or something. And you're like, no, it was 2004. I don't know, but it's what a great story that was. Of course, I was like sober, and I'm like, I feel great.
I remember so many details about that because I went and got Invisalign molds done the
That's
day
right.
we landed, and I literally was throwing up all morning at the airport. It wasn't that far. It was like where it was. I guess it wasn't direct. I
Saskatoon.
don't think. Was it direct? I don't think it was direct.
I don't know.
Anyway, it was some kind of, and I flew home, and then I got in the car and drove to the dentist, and she's like putting these things like the back of my teeth, and I'm like, just so you know, I was fucking puking this morning hard. Just beware. I don't know what's gonna happen when you jam that thing back there. If I gag,
Got your fingers in my mouth.
it's
And you're like,
probably
and I
not gonna be
just
good.
and I just drank my 3rd chocolate milk too. So
And I'm like, listen, the chocolate milk ain't working. I'm still projectile vomiting everywhere.
shit.
No, that's
Ah.
that'll be awesome, you guys coming out there. I
So
tell you,
I wanted to ask a question. Since you will be like, I've always had this vision of this is all set up by promoters and whatever, and you
Like
don't
the
have
tour,
any
you mean?
control. Like the whole tour and who is playing where and when. But do you
Yeah.
have any say in that as the headliner? Like,
Yeah.
can you say like, okay, I want these bands before us?
Yeah. Of course, but they're usually not available. So,
Then we
Yeah.
take weapons.
Yeah, no, I mean, we try to put something together. So right now we're trying to put something together that, you know, usually when we tour Canada, especially, we usually go out and it's us. It's Theory of a Deadman and guests.
right?
So we want to really go out there and do something. Like, I remember years ago we went out and did it was us and 3 Days Grace, like a co-headline. It was arenas and that was years ago. So we're trying to do something like that again.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm getting
Cool.
backstage tickets if they're available for sure when you come out.
No.
This
All you got to do is ask, right? All you got to
That's
do is
right.
ask.
I'll
No,
send
we
you another
got-
blip.
And then all we gotta do is just say no, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
What's
go.
the worst you'll do? Say no, right? I'll give you $1,000 cash for that
Right now.
right now.
Oh, it's not for sale.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No, this is awesome, you guys. Just so that you know what we do with the show here, Mark and I, we started this about just a little over a year ago, and the whole concept of it is to like help promote indie groups, indie artists, get their music out there and everything like that. And yeah, we wanted to get, like, if I'm being honest about it, having you guys on the show is going to help everybody in general, because it's going to help boost our numbers as well as get more eyes on these indie groups like Weapons, for example, right? Who were past guests on the show as well. So I really appreciate you guys taking the time to come out and just chilling out with us. This is really what the show is. It's never specific on topics or anything. It's like we just shoot the shit and see the people behind the music kind of thing, right? I don't know.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, something
Yeah,
we're
cool.
passionate about too, man. We always love highlighting amazing bands. Yeah, so many. I've said it so many times. Like some of the best bands in the world aren't major label bands. You know, it's the
Right.
bands that you might have never heard of, or they haven't been discovered yet. But yeah, it's awesome. If some of our fans can be drawn to the show and check out some of these great bands, I think that probably find some new fans.
Heck yeah, that'd
Yeah,
be
that'd
awesome.
cool.
And vice versa, man. Like we'll put your information in this one to the podcast as well. And you guys have some great guests on there too. So like, I mean, any fan of our show is definitely gonna come over and be fans
Oh,
of you guys.
that's pushing it. Like we have fans.
Like we have fans, yeah. Though all
we,
50
we'll
of them.
appreciate everyone.
We got to get back
Absolutely.
out to Holland too. We haven't been there in a long time.
Well, I'm not there, so I don't care. No.
He's in Saskatoon.
Yeah.
One of the best. Yeah, you ever drink Grolsch
Oh yeah,
from
Yeah.
Enschede?
Enschede. I used to work in Enschede. You know, do you know about the story where the brewery exploded? Or
No.
no, not the brewery. There was a fireworks depot, I guess, in that city, Enschede, and it exploded and wiped out almost half the city. Well, maybe not half.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
What?
And I was there
Is it a
for
nuke?
I think it was a week or two
You
project.
can see the live footage of it. It's the first like 10 minutes of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Yeah.
The dragon.
Yeah. But yeah, so I was there for 2 weeks, did a week, then the thing exploded, and then I was there for another week, and everybody was like, "Oh, I lost my family," and shit like that. It was
You were there when it happened?
I wasn't because it happened on the weekend, so I was home
Oh, wow.
far away.
Right.
But yeah, so then we came back and it was like, so how are we going to handle this now? Because everybody
Oh.
had someone that had
Yeah.
something happen to them.
Wow.
From fireworks.
Fireworks Depot. It was
A big explosion.
so then the Grols brewery where they make that beer was pretty close to it too, and it got damaged, so they had to rebuild.
And how is the beer? Does it taste like shit or is it actually pretty good?
I think it's pretty
I
good.
like
It's the
it.
one.
I
It's the one that has the.
Yeah,
Yeah, the little
thing, right?
flip top bottle. I like the bottles. Yeah.
It's not
It's a
bad.
good beer. I like it.
it's it's a decent beer. It's not
Right.
the best beer in Holland. Like everybody is like, "Oh, Heineken, that's a Dutch beer. It must be great." Well, to us, Heineken is just a run-of-the-mill average kind
Yeah.
of.
Right.
I don't
It'd be
know.
like
No.
a Molson Canadian
Yeah.
or a Budweiser or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But not
exactly.
Budweiser. We don't make beer with rice.
Right.
Anyway,
Please.
yeah, please don't.
On that note,
Yeah.
Sounds good, guys. I appreciate you guys both. Like all four of you. Is there still four?
There is. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Alright.
good. I
The,
had to check.
the other guys are just like in semi-retirement right now, just enjoying putting their feet up, relax, just like you.
Well, you
the
guys
barefoot.
deserve
It
Counting
should be
their
called the
money.
Barefoot Podcast.
The barefoot. You guys definitely deserve it, man. Like I said, I appreciate you guys. I love the music. I love the new album. So just keep doing what you guys are doing, man. I'm a fan for life, man. Ride or die.
Well, we'll see you in
thanks, guys.
2022.
You
Yeah.
betcha.
Yeah, you bet.
Peace.
Thanks,
Guys.
All right. See you guys.
Well, my wife made me a real nice cocktail here, so cheers.
Oh,
Cheers, boys.
I'm just finishing up my kombucha.
Kombucha.
Oh,
You guys ever have that stuff?
No,
I
it
don't
looks like
drink-
there's some
I don't
kind
drink
of
that shit.
Yeah,
looks like
me neither.
shit living around in there, swimming in there.
We're in a rock band. We don't drink that shit.